Hey, what's up guys? This is Mavi here, back with another episode of Musings&Review. So, in the last episode, Rei defeated Yamazaki to finally win something and become the newcomer king, right? And then to cap it all off, we had a very emotional scene between him and Hina as well. Yay for him, getting to do overall a pretty happy ending, I guess you could say, in both aspects of his life. With that being said, apparently for this episode, we are going to be exploring more about the character of Yamazaki, the person that you just defeated last episode. Rei was kind of furious at him, especially considering, he's friends with Nikaido and, well, the whole situation and whatnot, right? Personally, I don't fault him for that, but apparently we are going to be looking at him and seeing even more of his circumstances, which the series seems to like to do, right? How each person has their own circumstances and their own reasons for doing things. There's no universal bad person as of right now, except I guess the only one I would say is concrete for me would probably be Hina's teacher, Hina's homeroom teacher. I find it really hard to give any redemption to what she did, right? But anyways, let's get into the episode and see what's up. Alright, skip the opening as usual. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And by the way, what was that entire kingdom thing in the last episode? I still don't get it. Oh, yeah. And so indeed, we're going for the story of Yamazaki. That's a pretty reasonable position. A realist, I see. So you're actually a farmer as well? I mean, yeah, it's... Yeah. Well, that's just reality. Aren't you taking this a little bit too personally? Yeah, he's definitely an oddball. I feel like he's interpreting things a little bit differently than what I would think. Once again, water. Deep sea. Oh. Overwhelmed by everything. Might even call this a bout of depression as well. Well, they're young. That's what youth is supposed to let you do. I guess you could use this as a metaphor for growing up, actually. This is some pretty damn good music as well in the background. Is he gonna visit him? No, just the flowers, I guess. It's vision? But alright, so it was just lost or something? But what was the I don't understand. What are we supposed to take away from this? I guess maybe nothing in particular, just to understand his backstory. I guess. I can't really think of any conclusion to what we just saw. I mean, I never blamed him for playing that way against Nikaido in the first place, so I guess just there's just not much more for me to comment on. I gotta say the entire atmosphere is very beautiful though. The colors, the background, the music is fantastic as well. Well, he just won. Well, it's because he won. He just got a huge payday. I mean, it's just some sweets. How... yeah, like how expensive could that be? Udon? Udon? At a place like this? Man, it's really weird the way that Japanese eat sometimes. Like, I would never consider udon a sort of a dessert or whatnot. But hey, if they're satisfied. What are these two? 'Just go with it. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, that was a flashback? Wait, what? How? Wait, what? I don't... Wait. Wasn't the sweets celebration for him winning the Newcomer King? What? Did I miss something? Aww. She's about to cry again, isn't she? Oh, is this Kyoko? Oh no, never mind. Oh, okay. That was a flashback and this is afterwards. Okay, I get it now. I get it. So this is after the entire scene by the river. Scene by the river. Alright. Well, not really much to talk about, but as usual, I'll see you guys after this. Alright, so it took a quick rewatch by me, but I think I finally got the timeline of everything that happened in this episode down. So what happened is actually, first, we got the scene with Rei and Hina on the riverbank in Kyoto, and then we had them going to eat the sweets and whatnot, and then actually it should be the scene with Yamazaki and his sort of introspective, right? And the reason for that is because I think at the very end of the Yamazaki scene there, it is shown how Rei has won either the first match or perhaps the entire tournament of the Lion King tournament. So that's obviously a little bit further into the future, right? But yeah, I think that's how the timeline should actually do. So we were completely going from the reversed in this episode. In terms of Yamazaki, like I said, I don't really have that much to comment on that, considering I guess the main reason for the entire episode, the entire scene or arc or whatever you want to call it, in regards to him is really to maybe dispel any doubts that he meant any he was malicious during his match with Nikaido. For me, like I said, I never really blamed him for that in the first place. So that wasn't a big factor to me, and I guess it allows us to know about him a little bit. But I don't know. On one hand, I do like how. I mean, for one thing, I do kind of understand his position, right? Especially being someone who's actually over 30 myself, right? I'm not in my teens nor my 20s anymore. But it's definitely relatable how you're not as willing to make the jump, if you will, as you were when you were in your youth. But I try to still hypnotize myself that I'm still quite youthful. And of course, I mean youthful in a relative manner, right? Obviously, someone who's like 50 years old are going to be like, yeah, you're still young, man. But considering with someone who's literally in their teens or something, I'm an old guy now. So I try my best to act young, look young, and I think it might be working. I am sometimes still mistaken for a college student, so I think that's a good thing for me, right? But yeah, anyways, I can totally relate to that, and I guess the ending of that particular episode was supposed to signify how he sort of got back his mojo, if you will, looking at Nikaido, looking at Rei, and then being inspired by them to really push himself a little bit further here. And I guess his pigeon coming back is really just a sort of metaphor for this entire situation, and it's not really any kind of cause and effect thing going on there. The only thing that I also like to quickly point out is the scene where he was basically displeased by his friends, right, and the ribbing that they gave him. Now, personally, I think that was all just in good fun. He's definitely making much too big of a situation out of that. I think the retort that he fought up was actually perfectly fine, and if it's just a joking matter, I think that's some good-natured ribbing, right? Although I guess perhaps he was a little bit more sensitive since he was in a slump and not really finding progress anywhere in both his pigeon raising and his shogi playing, and so that's how he was a little bit more sensitive to those words. I think if he was still progressing normally and whatnot, maybe he wouldn't be, because I honestly feel like that's just a very normal social thing to do, right? You play jokes with your friends and whatnot, especially guys. When guys go out, have beers and whatnot, we're prone to, talk trash a little bit. That it wasn't even really talking trash, right? It was just, like I said, some good-natured ribbing. So he was definitely making too big of a situation out of all this, and now that he has sort of regained his confidence a little bit, I'm sure that he's going to look at that in a brighter light. So yeah, that was that part, and then the entire thing with Hina and Rei. Yeah, I don't really think there's too much to comment on. It's just a beautiful thing. This whole episode was really more of a feel-good episode, right? And I guess it's just heartwarming. Like I said, it's definitely very stellar quality in terms of the animation, in terms of the overall atmosphere that the episode was building. I really especially liked the music that was in this episode. I thought it was fantastic. But beyond that, there's not really that much else to say, except, well, just enjoying the ride and enjoying the good vibes that came from this episode. So, this review is going to be cut a little bit short as well, since, again, there's not really that much to talk about. So, hopefully in the next one, we are going to get back to I expect that we're probably going to get back to the main story, either trying to fix Hina's problems, getting back to the Lion King tournament, or the aftermath of it, or perhaps even getting back to some other characters, such as Kyoko and Goto and the rest. So, there you go. That was episode 32 of March Comes In Like a Lion. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.